You are now listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Nerdy Podcast.
Welcome to Ride With Me, episode 29. Today is November 21, 2020. So today on the podcast, I have Mr. Evan that decided to freaking drive over here on my freaking Friday when I should be playing Call of Duty. Say hello, Evan.
I'm saving you a Saturday of recording, okay? All right, and I drove I was closer to home than coming back to this place, okay?
You did. You were like I'm an
I was
hour away.
I was probably like 40 minutes away from home. I was an hour and a half away from here. Come on,
Dude,
all because I'm thinking of you.
you just want fame.
I don't give a shit about
You want fame, women, and money. That's what you want.
There's no money coming in.
You want fame, women, and money.
Well, I know for damn sure women ain't coming in.
But you don't. You know what, man? Hold on, let me pop open a beer. I love these seltzers now, dude. It's freaking Belgian Beaver seltzers. The pineapple mango. It's pretty good. You can have whatever garbage you're drinking over there,
Don't call it garbage.
but this is pretty good,
It's all right.
dude. But you drive over here. Why? You were training out here, or what's going on?
One of
Because
the
your route is normally in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, dude, my route expanded actually. It was from Goleta to Ojai, and that's where it cut off. But now I'm Goleta to Satakoy. That's
That's a
it.
pretty
That's a big stretch
nice
of land to cover.
size. Yeah, that's a nice size territory. But what the hell are you doing in my side of town?
So the girl that was doing her route got promoted to the Malibu route. So there's no one to close out MBOs, or we call them MBOs, but they're just goals to hit before the end of the month.
And they trust you?
Yeah, right?
Damn. That's
hey,
crazy.
Hey, 32 placements in 1 week, buddy. Suck it.
That's good.
So, my boss was like, Evan, run your route ahead this whole week. And you're going to be covering her route for Thursday, Friday, which was a change of plans because we had a Constellation crew drive on Thursday. So I just did it for today.
So it was only today.
Yeah, but then he called me saying that, yeah, we're going to do this every week, that you're going to go up there twice a day or twice a week.
Don't come to my house twice a week, please.
Oh, trust me. Now that I figured out the drive here from that direction that I was at, I'll just go home.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And the moment you pulled up, I realized why Chris doesn't like to drive with you.
Because Chris is a pansy.
No, because your car looks like shit, dude. How many car accidents have you been in?
Hey! It still runs on 4 wheels, all right?
I
4 wheels and 4 cylinders.
I understand that,
All right.
but it has so many dings and bangs and shit.
It's a story to tell.
It's just, yeah, well, we're on the podcast, so start telling it.
Well, what do you want to start? Do you want to start with the first accident, or
How many accidents have you been in?
second, or the time I hit an electrical pole, or
You've already totaled one car, right?
Hey, that was not my fault, okay?
On the 101, I believe.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, when I would tell Chris, hey, dude, Evan is willing to drive you out of
He
here.
does not want to go in the car with me.
He said, no, I'm not. Have you seen his car? When he came over here, he had the one with the Smith license plate. That was nice and clean and everything. He goes, oh, no, that's not the one he uses for work. I'm like, they trust this man with more vehicles?
Yeah. Dude, after the first one, I didn't think I was going to get a second SUV, but
This guy.
hey, gap insurance kicked in, thank God.
So, okay, well, tell us the first story of your car. Because it looks like your bumper's about to fall off.
They try to put it back on with some bolts, but after I hit the first dip out of Oxnard, it just came off.
This guy. No, like I said, dude, Chris is literally like, nope, I do not want to get in. I have not seen his car.
I mean, I'm really surprised how I get my wife and 2 kids in the car.
That's right, you just had a second kid.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Just like how any other kid goes. I mean, the first couple weeks are just lack of sleep. I mean, he's still adjusting. We're still adjusting because we have our 3-year-old still, and he's adjusting. So it's just a matter of time before everything gets down. And
Now, if I'm correct, your 3-year-old killed a dog.
no,
Yes.
No.
Yes. Your 3-year-old gave a dog a heart attack.
No. Okay.
Yes.
First off, that dog was 16 years old. She just turned 17. She was a 17-year-old Chihuahua. She was less than 4 pounds, okay? She was already on her way out. She had no teeth. She had cataracts in both eyes. She couldn't see whatsoever. She can barely pee, all right?
Your son killed that dog.
Anyways, we were visiting my mom's house one day, and the dog sleeps in this oversized blanket. Like, this blanket fits 2 queens. So this dog sleeps in this oversized blanket, and my son knows that there's a dog in that blanket. So he always asked, "Where's the dog? Where's dog? Where's doggy?" And so I was like, "Oh yeah, she's over there sleeping. Leave her alone though." What does he do when we're leaving? Freaking goes over, lifts up the blanket, grabs her by the back of the neck, and I see her like kind of like flinch a little bit, and in my head I'm like, "Ah shit, that's it." And as we were driving away, my wife was like, "Imagine if she dies tonight because how hard he grabbed her." And I was like, "Nah." Later on that night, 2 a.m, my sister hears her have a seizure on the floor. Took her to the vet. The dog died.
The reason why I brought that up. Do you
You want-
guys
you want
allow you guys allow the 3-year-old to touch the infant child? That was my question. That's where I was going with that.
Oh no, yeah, he fully he understands that that's his little brother. Like when he cries, he'll run and find like a pacifier just to put in his mouth, and if he still cries, he holds his hand like just to calm him down.
Yeah.
And like in the car ride, because when we go to her mom's house during the week, we take 2 cars because obviously I go to work and she takes the other car. So on the way back, he always holds his little brother's hand, just always on the way back home.
That's cool.
He fully realizes that obviously this thing, his little brother, is here to stay.
Yeah.
That's his little brother, and for some reason, I always get a kick out of it. He calls him Baby Otis when that's not his name.
What's his name?
Dominic.
Nowhere near close.
Yeah, nowhere near to Otis.
Well, that's what happened with Nick and Julian. So when Julian was born, his name was Julian. Nick was only a year and a half. Nick couldn't say Julian. So what do you say, mijo? Jojo. That's why Jojo stuck. We get told by many people, hey, like Jojo is for like a Joseph.
Yeah.
His name is Julian. Well, if you guys knew the backstory, again, Nick couldn't say Julian.
Yeah,
And
it was a lot easier to say
came
Jojo.
out. Yeah, Jojo would come out. So Jojo stuck.
Yeah.
So that's why he, so I guess Otis, we're going to call your second child Otis? Or?
He calls him Otis, but we slowly correct him like, no, this is baby Dominic. And he'll quickly say, okay, baby Dominic. But he knows that that's his brother, and he knows he's here to stay, so.
That's cool. That's cool. No, that's good because like the same thing with the kids. It's like they're going to be like pretty much, your kids are going to be the same gap between mine.
Yeah, 3 years apart.
Well,
so,
mine are only a year and a half, but I mean they're still close. They're still going to be close.
yeah, me and my older brother, he's 29 and I'm 26. We're 3 years apart, just 3 years and a month apart. That's pretty much it.
No, my boys are exactly to the T. A year and a half to the T. Everything, dude. Even if I said this before, if I haven't, sorry, I repeated myself. But they are in a way to the T. In half. Nick was born at 6:44 in the afternoon. Julian was born at 12:22 in the afternoon. 6 divided by 2. Or
You mean
12 divided by 2 is 6.
6, yeah.
44 divided by 2 is 22.
Yeah.
And then Nick was born August. Julian was born in February. Again, half. Nick was born on the 3rd. Julian was born on the 6th. Half.
Yeah.
Dude, everything about them is to the half. No, it's a trip. Like they're and every time there's a birthday, it's every 6 months.
Yeah.
So
So you do that whole thing where it's like, hey, it's your birthday, you get a gift, but it's your half birthday, you get a gift. Do you do that?
No,
Do
we
you
don't do that.
too, or
No, we're not that millennials like you people are.
I don't do that. Her sister does it. Like, hey, it's your half birthday, you get a present, and I think this last birthday was the youngest one, and they both got iPhone 8s, and I'm like,
Back in
Well,
our
it says-
days, we wanted the Game Boy Color.
exactly. Game Boy Color was like the first thing like that was mobile for us. Was like, yeah, Game Boy Color, that's the best thing
Yeah.
ever. But the thing that sucked about the Game Boy Color, there was no light.
I think when I
So
was
if you wanted to play that thing in the dark, that it's impossible.
How old's the nephew you said? That's getting the freaking iPhone?
14.
Dude, I was freaking 12 getting the Talk Boy? The
Dude,
humble-
I was 18. 18 years old, got a first flip phone. 18 years old. Okay? I'm 26 now. That's 8 years ago.
Dude,
That was 2014. I got my first flip phone.
18, 19, and 20, I had a freaking pager.
Sorry, no, 2012. Correct.
So,
All right, I had a flip phone. It wasn't any ordinary flip phone. It was a Batman flip phone. I was proud of that shit.
oh
all right?
God. I think the only flip phone that I loved was the one with it was the Verizon flip phone with the two little speakers on the side. You flip it open. That's where the speakers were.
I
don't
know which
know
one
what
you're talking. The Sidekick.
I don't know.
Was
if
it
that
where
I
it
don't know.
just shoots off to the side?
No, it didn't. It still flipped open, but it had like the two speakers on the side.
Oh,
That was pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty cool phone. And then when the Nokia, the Nextel came out with the walkie-talkies.
yeah.
Oh, those were freaking trip.
Those were it. That was like one of the big steps towards like, hey, cell phone. Like you don't really need it anymore.
No, those actually, but that phone, that Nextel, that walkie-talkie thing got me in trouble once, because I was in the shower getting ready for work. All of a sudden, one of my coworkers started going meow meow on the Nextel walkie-talkie. So yeah, when I came out of the shower, somebody had some nice words for me. Like,
Oh, I
what the
bet.
So yeah, the Home Depot ended up being the Ho Depot.
Of course, always.
Aries. So yeah, those phones got me in trouble.
But I can say that I jump on that wagon where like sometimes like a kid, and when I mean kid, and when I talk about kids, I mean 10 and under, 12 and under, I would say, where like they get things that they really can't or shouldn't be able to handle at
Yeah.
that age. I mean, my son has gone through, he's 3.5 years old, and he's gone through 2 iPads. The first iPad that he had, he tried to change the YouTube channel by smashing his bottle against it, and it cracked the screen.
Okay. So your 3-year-old has taken out 1 dog and 2 iPads,
No, he still has a second iPad.
but it's broken.
No, the second iPad's good. I bought 3 screen protectors and a full-fledged like OtterBox case for this thing. I'm like, there's no way this thing is gonna get broken. So,
Dude, but your boy, no offense, but your boy does look like a little tank. Your boy's a little tank.
my boy is hefty. He's hefty, but he can move. He's like Jack Black. Dude, you look at my kid. He's almost 3 feet tall and like 50 pounds. Sorry, 54, almost 55.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this kid does not take naps anymore. He legit stopped taking naps, I think 2 weeks ago. He will run around with the dog in the backyard. We got a dog for her mom's house. It was a pit bull, okay? So it's sturdy.
It's
It will
alright.
survive my kid.
We'll see about that.
So
I'll remind you when we're attending the funeral.
Yeah, but he'll run around in the backyard with the dog, play with the dog, play with his 1-year-old nephew, play with us. I mean, like, he'll go the whole day with just, like, talking and just running around, just this ball of energy. And I'm like, dude, can you sit still for 5 seconds? And then he'll sit there for, like, 2, and I'm like, no, and then
Done.
back at it.
Well, that's cool, man. That's good that he's active, because a bunch of kids his age rather just freaking
Be
go
on
on the
phones and
iPad
everything,
and
yeah.
watch Baby Shark for like the millionth time.
Yeah.
And it's like ridiculous. So like, I have not physically paid for cable in about 4 or 5 years, because one day I come into the living room and the kids are watching this. And again, excuse myself if I'm repeating the story, but I walk into the living room and the boys are watching this TV show, and it looks retarded as fuck. It's a bunch of little kids pranking other kids, but it's like it's bad acting. So I'm like, hey, what are you guys watching? And they gave
So
me
it's like a soft version of Jackass.
it's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I guess. And it's like, well, they gave me the name of the show. I don't want to put the show on blast. So they gave me the name of the show, and I was like, are you serious? This is what you guys are watching?
What platform was it? Nick Jr.
Nickelodeon.
Cartoon?
Nickelodeon.
Oh.
So I no joke, I called my cable company that day there and then, and I'm like, hey, I need you guys to cut the cable. And they're like, well, Mr. Martinez, how can we help you? Like, we can lower the plan. I'm like,
No, cut it.
no, just cut the cable. Up my internet, cut the cable, please. because around that time I kind of learned how to play with the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
So now I can dictate what gets watched.
Yeah.
So
what goes on, what goes out.
first thing I did was, got the Fire Stick, found this platform, and then had them watch Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, all the classics.
Yeah,
and
the
then,
best stuff.
Now, the reason they were taken off TV was because it was too violent. So, again, the kids this is 4 or 5 years ago. So, Julian was 6, 7. Nick was, do the math, 7 or 8. And I'm like, hey, do you guys think this show is violent? They're like, no. I mean, you guys think this is funny, right? Yeah, this is pretty funny. But violent? Would you guys ever do this stuff? They're like, Dad, really? Where are we going to get an anvil from? Okay.
Come on, Dad. Be realistic
Dude,
here.
Perfect. Well, that's why I explained to them, like, this cartoon was taken off TV because it was too violent. And they're like, this is funny. They loved it.
Yeah, nothing like a mouse dropping an anvil on a cat.
Then, right, after that, I had them watch Kenan and Kel. Dude, my little ones walked around the house for freaking weeks yelling, orange soda. I love orange soda. I love orange soda. And then when I have tuna, the first thing that comes to their mind, I put the screw in the tuna. like this is the shit that they need to get used to. This is the stuff that I rather them watch.
Did you know that those two guys hated each other?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they hated each other, like,
Wow.
on set. Like, they did the show together, but, like, off set, they couldn't stand each other.
The actors that played I Love Lucy and Ethel, they hated each other too. No, I'm sorry. Ethel was jealous because she hated the fact that the center of attention was Lucy.
Yeah.
And then she made a comment about her husband, the guy that played her husband, because he was, like, in his 60s. So she was like, this guy's freaking old to be my husband. So they literally hated each other. But
They still did it.
They did it. You wouldn't see that on TV. Like, their acting was on point. I don't think I've ever had them watch I Love Lucy yet. But I have made them watch, like, the classics and, like, movies and stuff. I just had them watch Talladega Nights the other day.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. They did. It was PG-13. Let's watch it.
I think my favorite part of that whole movie is when he stabs himself with a fucking knife when he thinks he's paralyzed from the waist down.
I'm so paralyzed. I'm so paralyzed.
He goes, God, it feels so good, it hurts.
You want to see what I'm made of? You want to see what I'm made of? But nah, dude, teach your kids the classics, man. Don't let them watch all this new crap. It's ridiculous.
He's watching, like, Paw Patrol, and he's watching PJ Masks. Like innocent kid cartoons now, but, like, of course, I'll introduce him, like, Tom and Jerry. Like, dude, for a month and a half, dude, before even Halloween started, I showed him The Nightmare Before Christmas. Will not shut up about it.
That's good.
Legit, because our neighbor...
That was the first animated movie. You know that, right?
Was it?
Yeah, Night Before Christmas.
Oh, shit.
After that was Toy Story. And then,
Well, like, as soon as, like, because we have an apartment complex, or we live in one, not have. But every time we leave the garage, you can see our apartment straight ahead, and our neighbor right above, and facing out of his window,
you can see
is
everything they do.
No, shut up. Is a Jack Skellington. Is a Jack Skellington and a Sally, or Jack Skellington and Sally in.
He had no idea what that was.
Yeah. Well, no, he knew what it was. Like, every time we go out, he says, Jack and Sally. Where's Jack? Where's
That's
Sally?
cool.
And one day the neighbor had taken it down, and I guess he heard my kid. Where are they?
Yeah.
And the very next night,
He put him back up.
it was back up.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, fuck, that's a cool neighbor.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But now he's into Sonic the Hedgehog.
That was a good movie. Jim Carrey?
Dude, I love my 3-year-old to death, but there's only so many times where he would watch one scene where he busts in, like, the little garage, and he says SFPD,
Yeah.
and then he hits him with a dart gun. I can only watch that so many times to where I want to break his iPad. I've gotten him legit every time, like, we go to Target.
Yeah.
He's like, let's go to the toy section. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go pick you out a little toy.
Yeah.
And they have Sonic the Hedgehog toys. So I believe his collection now is Sonic, Knuckles, a girl named Mighty, and Tails. We just ordered Metal Sonic off of Amazon.
Okay.
He's not in stores. So he's got this whole collection, and every morning he goes up to me, and I barely start waking up. He hands me a toy and goes, Daddy, SFPD. And we're there for about 20 minutes saying the same thing over again. Over and over. And I got to a point where I threw Sonic across the room. Like, he went away.
Well, that's wait till he grows up, bro. Like, once they get bigger, they just get tougher. Yesterday, they're like, well, we didn't go for a walk. Okay, we didn't go for a walk. But
is this where you made your kids cry at basketball?
Shut the hell up, bro. Why you interrupting my story? So we're I'm gonna call your wife right now. Okay, you want to attack me, bro? You want to make fun of me? I got you. I'm gonna call your wife right now. Anyways,
baby.
Yeah. So we're playing. They wanted to play basketball because we didn't go for a walk. So some kind of activity, some kind of exercise. So we came outside. They're playing horse. We're playing horse, but they're goofing off. They weren't even doing it right. But whatever. I was a sport about it. I played. Then they wanted to play, the game 2-on-1, them two versus me. Again, they're being a little aggressive, and they're like, they don't care about hitting me and shit. I'm all right. If you guys want to play aggressive, let's go then. Let's go. So at one point,
they're kids.
No, dude. One of them, they're at the age where they smell. They ain't kids anymore. So we're freaking playing. My son comes at me, so I grab him in a headlock, and I made it freaking like he slammed his head on the freaking on the garage door, and he backs off. All right, and then the other one grabs a freaking shovel.
What the?
Starts swinging the shovel at me. So I grab the next best thing that's sitting there. So it's the freaking ladder. So
my question is, how confused is your wife looking out the window? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
The beautiful thing is that it's all captured on camera, so it's all saved in the computer.
Is there sound, or is it just like the old school
sound,
black and white?
No, just black and white. No, during the day there's color, so there was some.
But that was
color.
like the best thing. Like, what are they like? You can only
So
imagine
it was-
what you guys are saying to
It
each
was
other.
NBA/WWF, not even WWE. WWF. We're talking old school WWF with the ladders and chairs and everything.
So how did you make your kid cry?
I didn't make him cry. No, I dude, yeah, I shoved the ball. I shoved the ball on his chest, but I kind of hit him in the stomach.
How old are you?
5.
How old are you? If you're 5, you're the biggest 5-year-old I've ever seen.
So
If you're 5, I'm 120 pounds.
yeah, well, I hit him with the ball in his chest and the stomach, and he just dropped to the ground, and that's it. He was done crying. And
Did you do that thing where like you hit one of your younger siblings and you try to comfort them so they
I
won't
tried.
tell mom?
Oh, I tried. I'm like, look, okay, you get a penalty shot. He's crying still on the floor. If you make this shot, you guys win.
And he wants the Pokemon coins.
I'm freaking grabbing his arms, like his arms are just like hanging there, and I'm grabbing his arms to try to grab the ball and to kind of shoot it. No, he's still done and crying in pain. And then I walk in, and my wife was like, for a second, you reminded me of the man I fell in love with because of the way you interacted with your kids. But then this little one comes in here crying. How did you do, man? I'm like, fuck. He's faking
man.
it. He's faking it. Yeah, it got pretty ugly. I got in trouble. I got in trouble yesterday. But when they come home today,
Dude, they're kids.
they asked for it, bro. They asked for it. I just wanted to play a friendly game of horse.
But you got even I get frustrated with when my kid wants to play with me, and I gotta take a second and realize he's a kid. He doesn't understand what
He's
I'm trying.
3. He doesn't fight back yet. Wait till he's 11.
You want me to bring him over?
No, well, he killed a dog. Never mind. I'll pass.
That's what the fuck I thought.
I do have 2 dogs.
So whenever you need a favor, I charge $150 by the collar.
Wow.
I'm kidding. He's not a dog killer. The dog was 17. She was on her way out anyways.
Whatever, bro. But the question on everyone's mind is
the car? Or
how does your wife put up with your shit, dude? How does she put up with you?
well, Scott always told me I was no Prince Charming.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
You look like the Subway guy.
Really?
You do.
Really?
You
wanna
do.
go there?
You do.
Andres, really?
Before
If you ever have a physical video podcast of any sort on YouTube or anything, I still have the photo where I found the more successful fat you inside of Oxnard Bottle Shop, and I will post it
Bro, that wasn't me though. That wasn't me.
because he was driving a Maserati.
You look like the Subway guy before he started eating Subway.
Hey, this business does a lot to you.
No, you do. You do gain a lot of weight. You're
I
drinking
know.
beers all the time. That's why I'm drinking this Belgian beaver salsa, bro. It's only 5.5 calories. Oh, wait, no. That's
Five
the-
point
that's the-
5.5 calories. You hear that,
It's only-
guys?
It's only 110 calories.
I don't know. Calories comes in points.
Pretty good. So, I want to know how your wife puts up with you. So, I have this beautiful device that allows me to now make phone calls.
I hope
So-
I hope the one time she gets a phone call that she doesn't pick up. I mean,
There it goes.
she doesn't pick up regardless when I call her. It's always like 10, 15 minutes after. But I pray to God that she's not going to pick up right now.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, man. Why am I more nervous than with this than anything else?
Hello?
Hello?
All right. You are live on the podcast.
Hi.
So, this is Evan's wife. And is that the baby in the background?
Yes, please excuse.
What's the baby's name?
Dominic.
Dominic. That's right. He was saying that earlier. My bad. I
Yeah,
forgot.
Daddy picked it out.
Daddy picked it out?
Yeah, she picked out the middle name though.
I thought you were going to pick out the I thought you were picking out, she was picking out the first name because you got a PS4 or Call of Duty game.
Yeah, we bent that rule. Shut up.
You okay? Anyways, so the
I
people.
just wanted to leave the hospital and
We couldn't leave without a name.
Oh, okay. No, that's right. So the reason why I'm calling you is because the people want to know is how do you put up with this guy's shit?
I'm wondering, is it the people
Hold on.
or is it
The
you
people.
that want to know?
Hey, hold on. Shh, shh, shh. You've talked for the past 29 minutes. Now it's the microphone's on her. I can mute your microphone. The people want to know how do you put up with Evan's shit?
No, we know we have to be a little kinder. Everyone has to, like, all different personalities, so it's just a big mix. He has his own traits and stuff, and I have my own faults also. So it's just about, a good mix, and it works for us. So he's, like, super impulsive and has, different outspoken personality, and I'm just a little bit more quieter and timid and anxious and a big planner, and he's just a complete opposite. So it kind of works for us because we're like that yin and yang mix.
He is actually shocked at everything you're saying right now. He can hear you, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he can hear you, by the way. And he's really shocked and impressed that you are not bashing him.
No, because I think he gets enough bashing from his family. He is the baby of the family, and he gets a lot. You should see the group text between him and his siblings. It's like a whole bash Evan thing. But I feel like I come to his defense a lot just because I know him so well now, with being together this long, and I know that, like, in the end, he's a good guy.
Well,
That's why I'm with him.
I guess that's pretty much the same reason because my wife and myself we're totally opposite, and we do kind of balance each other out. Like she, kind of pretty much the same way you just described, Evan. And people do not believe the stuff that she says about me because they don't see it. And right now, what you're telling me about this fool, I don't believe it, but
Yeah.
I do believe it because that's the same way with my wife. It's like, how come you like this asshole? How come you married this asshole? But he's not an asshole to me, just
How
to
can
everybody.
you like somebody that makes kids cry?
Yeah, and like he and I always, or like we always like not compare relations, but we talk about like, oh, I saw so and so at the grocery store, and like, dang, they're still together after all she's been through, or follow up on like, what we have heard on the grapevine and stuff. But in the end, it's like we just really don't know what's going on in home, and everyone has like their limits to what they can, and basically it's like everyone has a different definition of like what a relationship should be like, and it's not really up to us to determine that. So in the end, like our relationship isn't perfect and hasn't been perfect, but to us right now, like it's working and it works just because we've been working on it, So
So what's
that's
this?
That's how I see it.
So what's this? That he'll buy a PS5 if he gives you a third child.
No, he just mentioned that. No, that's where the characteristic thing comes And just like, because he's super impulsive, and I know he works hard, and he just wants to go. Like in a perfect world, and where we could afford, and we didn't have all these kiddos to feed. But obviously he would go out and buy it, but right now it's a little different because I'm not working, and I have our kiddos to take care of. But like if he was going to buy, he'd go out there and buy it on the whim. But
No, I remember one day lecturing
he
him.
thinks of
I
his
remember.
kiddos.
I remember one day lecturing him because he spent like $100 on the Call of Duty Battle Pass, and
Yeah.
and I ripped him one, and I was like, dude, isn't your wife pregnant? Aren't you expecting a second child? How can you just blow money like there's no tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned to my wife that I had lectured him, and then she reminded me, do you like it when so and so does this to you and this and that? I'm like, fuck, you're right, but I'm not apologizing to Evan. Fuck that guy.
Hey.
No,
Don't judge
that's
me,
where,
all right?
That's like where our relationship is. That still needs work. Like obviously, we could be better about certain things. So we communicate in that, and I know he works hard, so that's why I feel like, okay, yeah, go ahead, get it, because he puts his whole heart into his job.
So before I started recording, Evan said you're only with him for his money.
I did not say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I did not say
That's
that.
why.
Let her talk.
That's why I first started dating him when he was working at Panera.
Oh, here we go.
Ford. Was it a Ford Pinto?
You used to have a Ford
And-
Pinto?
Here comes the bashing.
There we go. Bash him. Yes.
That's why, like, this guy, white guy from Camarillo, working at Panera part time with a Ford Pinto, and that's why I was like, he always was like, oh, you're only with me for my money, and I was like, first of all, I make more than you. Secondly, I started dating you when when we were just kids and we were still trying to figure everything out. So each says that.
So you guys are like, I'm gonna say like
Best
what, like
people.
kind of like high school sweethearts then?
Kind of.
Kind of.
kind of in a way.
Like we met the year I graduated and when she started college.
So she's older than you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
can you edit that out, please?
The older part.
So she's
So you-
The older part, yeah.
for
You
one
rap.
for one day she is older than me by 2 years.
By 2 years. That's
Yeah.
not bad. I'm older than my wife by 6.
God damn, you're old.
Okay.
I am old.
About the cradle list, right?
Whoa! Hey, look who's talking. Look who's talking.
Yes,
No,
babe,
well,
switch
my-
it, switch
my-
it. Bash on
My
him.
parents, my mom is 7 years older than my dad.
Oh, okay.
So that's always worked for them too.
Yeah, I guess. Well, thank you for coming on, and I was kind of hoping for better material, but
Wow.
sorry.
What a jerk.
I was kind of
Always
hoping.
sensitive again.
I was kind of hoping you were gonna help me bash on him, but
Ask her about her car.
what about her car? Wait,
Oh.
wait. What is your version of Evan wrecking cars?
You want- I'm trying to lower my blood pressure here. Like the same way you do on a Sunday when the kids play.
He doesn't even watch it
No,
anymore.
I don't know. That's the big hurdle that we went through.
Is
That
that-
was my baby. That was my first car, paid off. And yeah, I'm just leave it at
Whoa, he's over here shaking his head and rolling his eyes. Uh-oh.
that. I know. It's because I got the good car now, so
Mama got her
that was a
SUV.
compromise.
But she's with you for your money. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, and
Thank you.
well, I'll post this later on so you can hear it, and I'll probably have to edit your voice because it's a little low. But it's
I'm
a
sorry.
no. It's a working trial with this little new device that I have, and then
Yeah, she doesn't want to scream in the baby's ear.
no, I
either.
get it. Next time,
He passed his hearing test. He doesn't want to fail it again.
yeah, okay. So next time we'll just have you here instead of him.
Wow.
Oh, sounds good.
All right. Talk to you later.
You got a babysitter? You love these kids.
Bring him over. My wife will take care of him.
Cool, sounds good.
Evan said he was gonna leave one at the
leave
doorstep
him here.
anyways.
We can leave him here.
I wonder which one. The one I kept out last night.
Which one are you gonna leave behind?
We're gonna leave the baby.
Damn, favoritism.
We're gonna split child support though.
Damn.
ta-
Already.
in tax season.
I know.
Damn, favoritism.
He'll take 1 year. We'll take another.
All right.
Oh, geez.
We'll talk to you later. I'll send him home in one piece.
All right. Have a good night,
You
Thursday.
too. Bye.
Bye.
I wish she was gonna bash on you, bro. I really wish she
I
bashed
thought
you.
she was for a second, but then Well, because she knows I'm gonna hear it later and whatever.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it one bit.
I'm deleting it, dude. This podcast is
Really?
never gonna get posted.
Really?
I was hoping for better material.
I told you if you wanted to hear some harsh shit to say, I'd call my brother and sister.
No, I'm just playing. But what do you call it? Just no, that was cool. That was cool of her. Like, we never see that side. Nobody sees that side of anybody else. Like I said, with me, it's like, you married this asshole, and it's like, no, he has his moments, and that's the same thing. Your wife was pretty much as honest as my wife would have been. Like, the same thing. Like, she knows you better than we do.
Yeah,
We just see the easy target,
pretty much.
and she knows you better, and she sees you for you, and we don't, and we don't want to, because we like to pick on you.
Because it's fun.
It's fun, dude. It likes to like freaking pick on them.
I got no more feelings.
It's alright, dude.
There's nothing to hurt.
I was picked on all freaking 7th and 8th and 9th and 10th grade. It's time for me to pick on somebody else.
I was picked on the day I came out of the womb.
By your own siblings, dude.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
12 of them.
Your mom had 12 of you guys?
No, step.
Oh, okay, all together. Brady
Yeah.
Bunch. Brady Bunch. Again, I wish your wife would have made fun of you. But Evan, thank you for coming. Thank you for riding with me.
Now I got to go home to traffic.
Now you got to go home to traffic. Talk to you later.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Indie Podcast. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.